friends. Breakfast today is my 3-point overnight oats. It is blueberries, which has dyed the oatmeal, and bananas in it with a few strawberries. A third a cup of oats, half a cup of 2% milk, half a tablespoon of sugar-free syrup, a tablespoon of banana cream, sugar-free Jello, and 2 tablespoons of non-fat Greek yogurt, all for 3 points. Second cup of coffee, sugar-free creamer, French vanilla. So this is what is for breakfast. Hello friends, it is later in the morning. I am moving extremely slow. Our Lions did not win last night, but we're still standing tall, strong, and proud behind them. But so today, every morning, either in the mornings I'm knitting on socks or I'm crocheting as I'm listening to my devotions. I usually do not eat for an hour and a half when I first get up. I'm on thyroid medication. You're supposed to wait so long anyways. But so I always wake up and I try to knit or crochet. And I've always done that, and I don't know why, but I've always done it. But anywho, I just wanted to show you this morning, I did get the second sock of our daughter's to the foot part of it now. So I picked up, I did the heel flap. I did the heel flap. I did the turning of the heel, and then I picked up all the side stitches, which are gusset stitches, until I got back down to my normal 32. So basically I am at this point right here. So then I just have to count how many of these I have. I also have a sock ruler to get down to the toe part, and then I will knit the toe, and then her socks will be done. So this morning, like I said, I'm not moving very quickly today, but I think well, I know it's the lack of sun for so many days. I get that too. So anyways, this is what this one looks like. So I've been working on that, and I'm going to put this away for a little bit. I'm going to get up, take a shower. I have a teeth cleaning at 3 p.m. today. Just a typical teeth cleaning. I don't even see the dentist today. No x-rays or anything like that. They did that all before. So this is just with a hygienist. So I don't expect that to be too bad today. Last night during the Lions game, I knew I would need to do something to keep my hands busy to stay away from the food, because it was a definite stressful game. I decided to wind up, I don't know where it is, my Lions sock yarn. So this is from Up North Yarns. This is 75%, 25%, so 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. It's called Detroit. I will try to remember to link her Etsy where it's at. And I got last night, I started it right at kickoff, and this is how much I got done at the end of the game. I am 10 rows from doing the heel flap and heel turn. So this is how this one is striping up. I use US 1s, 2.25 millimeters. I cast on 64 stitches, and I knit 2, purl 2 for the ribbing, and on this I did 10 rounds. I usually do 15, but last night I felt like 10. and these will be made for me. So I did that last night to keep my hands away from the food. Mr. Jerry had bought some, just a second. Hey friends, how are you? Happy Monday. It's been quite a few hours since I last talked to you. I was talking to you about my socks, and I said just a second. Mr. Jerry came in and he sat down and proceeded to chit chat. So I stopped the video because I had paused it, thinking I would get back to it. And it's after 4. So, and that was like 11:30. So, had my teeth cleaning done. Everything was good. Something I don't like to go to, but it's something I will do because I went many years without seeing a dentist, and then came back to bite me in the butt, or in the mouth, basically. Deep cleanings, and I had to have 2 wisdom teeth removed, and root canals and crowns, and I said nope, not going to go back. But it helps that I have a great dentist as a very good Christian man, and his hygienist, he's had a couple of them. One got a job closer to where she lived. She was like 45 minutes driving, so, and then the one he has now, and they both are such sweeties. So, but Mr. Jerry is in exercising. I'm so proud of him. He decided that he was going to get back on the elliptical and then the treadmill, and I keep saying I'm going to do the treadmill, and I don't. But I'm going to. So Tuesday is my weigh-in day, and I haven't been to Weight Watchers because of, closings and different things like that since the first Tuesday of the month. So, and I don't foresee me not being able to go tomorrow. So, but I thought while he was exercising, I'd come in and I would chit chat with you for a little bit. The socks, our daughter's socks, I think I have 6 repeats to do of the pattern, and then the toe, and that will be done. So probably tonight I will work away at that, and hopefully by tomorrow I can finish it. My Detroit Lions sock, then I will continue to work on that. And then February 1st, which is Thursday, it is hard to believe already, that I will pull out of my stash that I have pulled 12 skeins that are behind me to try to work up some of those for socks for Mr. Jerry and myself, but also for gifts for the family. And the thing is our 16-year-old grandson, he used to wear them all the time, but he lives down in French Lick, Indiana with his mom, and so our son, who's up here, doesn't get to see him very often now because he is in basketball, he is in baseball, he is in football, and he's pretty good. He's pretty good. So, and he's 16. So, but he would like to come back up here and be up here, but you know how life is sometimes. But anyways, I had asked him one time, I said, I still do socks. I said, is that something that you still would like? And of course, you know how a 16-year-old is, everything's text. And it was just a yes with several S's afterwards. And I said, okay, I just need your shoe size, and I need to know if there's any particular color. And he gave me the shoe size, and size 11, because he's 6 foot. And he says no particular color. So I'm going to, because he's missed out on several, so he will, whatever I draw for February, if I think that it will go for him, then that will go for him. I'm thinking I might, God, I haven't done a size 11. I'm thinking that our son is a 13. So I'm thinking if I go in between Jerry's men's 10 and the 13, because he'll still be growing, I'm sure, that I'll be fine. But so I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to get him a pair of socks next, and slowly work away at that stash. So the last few days have not felt like doing anything. Yesterday we got up and we hadn't vacuumed or dusted in you know, quite some time. So we did that yesterday, got everything done except for the family room and the sunroom. And Mr. Jerry was in a baking mood, and he's never made bread before, and he found a recipe that made 2 artesian loaf styles, and it's done in that Dutch oven pan and everything. Has really good flavor, but the bottom crust to me is just too tough. Even when he goes to cut it with a good knife, it doesn't want to cut well, but he just loves it. So we're going to take one up to my mom, and I think we'll see. And we talked about it. So, and then he made that pot roast yesterday, put it in the crock pot and everything. Oh, that was so good. We're having the leftovers tonight for supper. He shredded it yesterday, and we got some Baby Ray barbecue sauce, and we'll just add that to it, and then we'll have tater tots with it. Because I don't know about you, but after you get a teeth cleaning, I told Mr. Jerry, I said, she's usually very talkative, and this time she wasn't. She was right to business, and like something was bothering her. And I said, it normally doesn't hurt, but she was really going to town in a couple areas, and it didn't feel like there was extra to go to town. You know what I mean? So I said, I don't want anything too crunchy tonight. And he goes tomorrow and he gets his teeth cleaned. So I'm hoping tomorrow, I was hoping today, but I'd like to get that next quilt. I gotta press it and then pin it. And my thought process is maybe tomorrow I'll press it and get it all pinned, and then by Wednesday I can start quilting it. But there's several things that I want to make in the meantime. So, pardon my reach here. I'll show you the next thing that I want to work on. Is this little heart trivet right here. It is a 12 by 12. And it's paper piecing. I love paper piecing. And these are the fabrics that I chose for it. Oh. And I'll show them up a little bit closer. So the hearts, I'm thinking, there is this. So I'm thinking the background, I will pull out, I do have white, I'll pull out some white for the background. So the hearts will be these colors I'm showing you. That way it's not like the pink and red, so it's just Valentine's. This I really thought was cute. And this will be the backing. So I want to get that done. that is on the docket, so I want to do that. But other than that, I got my reading shawl done, and you will have seen pictures of that. Hopefully I put it before. If not, it will be afterwards. I really, really like it. I didn't take a picture of me in it yet. I'll try to do that sometime, if not today, tomorrow, but you will see it. But basically, it went on me. I'm 5'7.5". The back comes right down to my hips, basically, just about my hip area, which is fine. And then the it's just a wrap, and so when I'm standing up, it actually covers right down to here, and that's why she called it the Agatha's reading shawl, because she said she wanted something that she could just wrap around her. Her back would be warm because it's solid, and then the sleeves or the wingspan of it is those windows, those open little boxes for your arms. But you could just sit there and you could just wrap it around, and it comes down, and you could just sit there and you can read, or you could crochet, you could do whatever, yeah, and because your hands, it won't interfere with it. So I used a soft gray, and it was a 1 pounder. So, and I used an eye hook, or it's either 5 or 5.5 millimeter. But anyway, so I got that one done. I'm glad to get that off my hook, because there's other things coming up that I've got lined up. And as far as my weight loss journey is going, I have been finding out I'm not running to the food, and I don't know, I'm not used to that. Last night I kept messaging Miss Sandy from Life with Sandy. We both are watching our lions, and I knew that I needed to have something with my hands going, and I knew our daughter's sock I couldn't do watching the game because it has that lace pattern in it. And I really didn't want to crochet, and I wanted to really knit on socks, so that's why I caked up and wound up the Lions one. So I'm telling you, when you can get almost to 10 rows after a football game, that is just so intense. I even said to Miss Sandy, I says, oh my goodness, this is just it was so intense. Talk about highs and lows. We were on such a high, and then of course we lost, and the lows and the heartbreak came. But you know what I was so unpleased with is that so many fans, including myself, once you got over that initial shock and everything, we still love our Lions. Just feel bad for them because they've went so far. This is the first time in 32 years, I think, or 33 years, that they went this far, and we are the North Kings, basically. And so it's just been a fun ride, and I just think everybody isn't ready for it to stop yet. You know, it brought us all together as one huge family. So I told Miss Sandy, I said, the best thing about this is I'm not running to food. And she said she wasn't either. And of course I told her, you know, good job for both of us. Because as I was sitting there, I'm watching Mr. Jerry, and he had bought some, I think I was starting to talk about this. He bought some Crunch Munch, the caramel popcorn. He bought a small box, and you know, I said, I like some of that, but he just gave me like, I only took like 2 or 3, because I know. And but he ate that whole box. Now, you know, there's not a lot in the small box, but he ate that whole box. And then he had bought some trail mix, and I'm like, what in Sam Hill are you doing? It has caramel in it, and caramel is my favorite thing, and it has raisins in it, Miss Sandy, and she doesn't like raisins, and all the other, you know, the M&Ms and all that stuff. And he didn't bring the bag out, but he would sit there and he'd go into the pantry and he would get a handful. And then he'd come back and he'd eat that. And then when the game got too intense, he'd get up and he'd go to the pantry and get another handful. He must have done that, I don't know, 3 or 4 times. And then towards the end, I could tell that it was getting to him, because I said to Miss Sandy, I said, he's out in the kitchen cleaning. He literally was in the kitchen. Of course, we have an open, doorway. You can see the TV and then the kitchen. And so he was cleaning the stove and everything. And then, every once in a while he'd come back in, and then he'd watch a play or two, and then he'd go back out in the kitchen, and then he'd go back in, and back and forth. And of course I'm just sitting there going, oh, this is like somebody said, they said, this game is going to, I can't watch this no more, or I'm going to have a stroke, because that's just like, oh my goodness. So once it was done and over, I still didn't run to food. And I'm so proud of myself for not running to the food. Now, for this week, which was the weekend, I haven't ran to food when I've been stressed out. So for this time, there's going to be times I'm going to run to the food. I know it. I mean, Mr. Jerry was reading in the paper yesterday. Have you heard that they're coming out with a double Big Mac? Who in Sam Hill needs 4 patties? A double Big Mac. Because he said it would be 4 quarter-pound patties. And they wonder why there is such a problem. And of course, the first thing I said, well, I could see why they would do that. He goes, well, you could eat, and I'm like, well, back in the day, I probably could, but now, no. Don't get me wrong, Big Macs are like my favorite sandwich. But I don't need all that. And that's what I'm discovering. Like today at lunch, usually I have lately I've been only having half a sandwich, because of breakfast, ever since someone suggested the overnight oats and how to tweak it and everything, I've been doing those, and it does hold you a lot longer. I can literally eat it by 10 o'clock, and then by 3 o'clock my belly might start to say, you might need something. Well, supper's just around the corner. So I try to eat some lunch about 1:30, 2 o'clock, because we usually eat about 6. And but like today, I made that full sandwich and the chips, and I only ate half. And I wasn't going to sit there, and I kept thinking to myself, oh, you're wasting food. And I'm thinking, but that's how you got where you got. You got to get over you're wasting food. Or I could have sat there and wrapped it up and put it in the refrigerator. But that's that mental game, isn't it? That we have to get over the guilt of throwing food away or giving it away, because it's what got us here. So I've talked to y'all long enough. I was in my sewing room cleaning out my sewing machine. After making a couple big quilts, it's always good to clean out the bobbin area and all the lint and everything from it so it can run even better. So I did that, and I just wanted to hop on and say hello and welcome to all my new friends, which are the new subscribers, and welcome to my old friends who have been here from the get-go. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for cheering me on. Thank you for always greeting me and telling me when you lose. And if you're struggling, we're all here for each other. And if there's something that I can help you with, please reach out. But I'm going to let you go, friends. Y'all have a great day, and I will see you at supper time. Thanks for listening.